When you're planting a rose, and there's still plenty of time to do this, you do need to have a nice deep hole, but whether it's a rose, a tree or a shrub, don't add any compost or goodness inside the planting hole. That can go on the surface, because what you want the roots to do is go out, to leave the planting hole and go as wide as possible and to adapt to the soil. Whereas if you fill the planting hole with goodness, of course the roots don't leave, they just stay there and effectively they become pot bound. Now this, as I say, has been moved, so although it's in a pot, all the soil is going to fall off it when I take it out. And this now is effectively a bare root plant. Now bare root plants you can buy, tends to be in winter, so we're coming to the end of the season, but they're cheaper, you tend to have a wider variety. When you get them, you do need to plant them straight away. So that has a limited root system, but you can see here where my finger is, that's the graft, and that's the rootstock there, and that is the top growth, and that wants to be underground. So I will plant it roughly where my finger is, like that. But before I do it, I'm going to add mycorrhizal fungi. And what this will do is kickstart the relationship between the fungi in the soil and the roots. It doesn't necessarily work miracles, but it certainly helps, particularly if you're replanting something from the ground. So that's the level, about like that. We'll backfill around it. What I will do, having planted it, is cut it back. Any rose you plant should be pruned immediately after planting. It will stimulate vigorous new growth, hopefully spreading the stems, and that will result in a much healthier, stronger plant than if I leave it. And as well as cutting back and planting, of course, there is one thing you absolutely have to do when you plant anything, let alone replant it, and that's give it a good drink. And if it's very dry, particularly when we get to May or June and there's early growth, you may need to water it again. Just don't let it dry out for the first year.